By doing what you love, you inspire and awaken the hearts of others. Ever since I can remember, I've always wanted to be a teacher. I think even before I knew what a teacher was, I wanted to be one. I was always ready to go to school, make new friends, and never stop learning. I always viewed teachers as one of the most important people in my life. I've always wanted to help people or make a difference. I can't stomach being a doctor, and being famous is a stretch. To me, even if it's one student out of hundreds. When I envision my classroom, I have come up with having my classroom theme be based on travel. Each month, we will fly out and learn about a different culture. This will be implemented into our everyday routine, during literacy and math to calendar time. Depending on how the students react, I hope to decide as a class where to go next. I see myself having a democratic classroom. I see us being a team when it comes to our classroom. Some things will be set in place ahead of time, but I want my students to be heard. The way my classroom is set up, I can see what is going on from all angles. I believe that less is more. They are in groups so that they are not only learning from me, but from each other as well. I am big into group work, so around my room at every station, there is an opportunity for the group work. I want my class to feel warm and colorful and to be a calm and exciting room. The students will hear peaceful music while they work. In the front of the room will be my whiteboard. My desk will be in the back corner, so if I were to be sitting there, I could see my whole class. In the far back right corner will be the reading corner. We will do our morning meetings along with most of our lessons. I believe in having stations for every lesson. The goal of literacy is to make students independent readers, writers, listeners, and speakers. As a teacher, it is important to promote a love of reading and writing. Children learn to read and write through exposure. We take in everything through listening and experiences. They have language discovery through the interaction between their classmates and the teachers. I believe in reading to my students every day. I also love the benefits that the students could receive by reading. I want to promote a love for literacy, and I want to find new ways to bring multiple subjects together. Having the students have the choice to decide what they read with the opportunity to branch out. My classroom library will be based on what we are studying. I also plan to have a student of the day that will be able to choose a book of that day that represents them or their favorite story. Fred Jones states that in order to have an effective classroom, I need to be able to manage the classroom and my students. In order to have a classroom that is suitable for your students, you have to have great management. I believe in focusing on self-control and logical consequence. Rudolph Dreikurs believes good discipline comes from a democratic classroom. My goal is to have all my students have a sense of belonging, and the consequences should be reasonable and realistic. You should monitor the behavior and correct it in a way that is suitable to that specific student. A successful teacher is one who supports all students. In order to do so, one must develop a student-centered mindset. It's about the kids, not us. Having a student-centered mindset goes beyond initial modification. We pay close attention to individual students' progress and adjust our approaches throughout the year. We should set aside time to focus on study skills and extra support. Most students with IEPs attend a class that focuses on development of organizational and study skills. This should continue in the home and the classroom as well. I want to use multiple forms of assessment. Every student is different, so should be the way that we assess them. Partnering with the family, it is critical to involve families in the process of reaching all students. To understand the roles of the teacher and students in the classroom, you have to put yourself in their shoes. The role of the student should be to be engaged actively in the learning process. The student is the top priority. They should know this and feel this. They should demonstrate their knowledge and understanding and skills. There should be a partnership between the teacher and students in order to obtain this. I feel like you have 5 roles when you're a teacher that you should fill. One of the top roles a teacher must fill is that of a resource specialist. Many people come to you seeking information. Once the teacher has given the information to the student or coworker, you have to instruct your students on how to use that information. Students need support when learning a new skill or piece of information. Not only does the teacher support the students, but will support parents and other staff members as well. To me, the biggest role is that as a mentor. Students look up to teachers and may pattern their own behavior and work ethic to match the teachers. As you gain experience, you will be a mentor to newer teachers. Teachers can be helping hands by not only helping their class, but the whole school. The goal of the teacher will match the direction that the school is taking. Lastly, teachers must never stop learning. There is always something new to learn. In order to educate, you must be willing to be educated by your students, parents, and coworkers.